Closing day is an exciting and emotional milestone. It's the day you officially become a homeowner. But for first-time buyers, it can also feel confusing if you're not sure what exactly happens behind the scenes. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what happens on closing day in Ontario, what buyers need to do, what your lawyer handles, and what to expect when it comes time to receive your keys. So let's dive in. First, what is closing day? Your closing date, which is also known as your possession date, is the day that the property officially transfers into your name. It's when your lawyer sends the funds to the seller's lawyer, and once that's complete, you legally become the owner of the home. So if you've ever wondered about possession date meaning, this is it. Ownership and possession both change hands on the closing date. So what do buyers need to take care of? Most of your work will be done before closing date. You'll have provided the rest of your down payment, verified your insurance binder, signed your mortgage documents, and review your statement of adjustments with your lawyer. You'll also want to make sure you've arranged utilities to be transferred into your name for the day of closing. Beyond that, your main job on closing day is to stay available. Closing can happen anytime before 6 p.m., and your lawyer will be in touch when it's officially done. And here's what your lawyer's team is doing behind the scenes while you wait for those keys. The first is final checks. They will run writ searches to make sure that there are no judgments or liens that could affect the transaction. They will then review the seller's closing package and ensure that all documentation lines up with the agreement of purchase and sale. If you're financing the home, they will wait for your lender to advance the mortgage funds. This is the number one reason closings get delayed, so don't panic if things are running late. Once they've received all of the funds from you and your lender, your lawyer will wire that final amount to the seller's lawyer. They will then register your ownership and your mortgage with the land registry office. Once everything's registered and funds are received, your lawyer will let you know that the deal is complete, and they will share the key handover details. Some firms will also notify the city to update property tax and water billing accounts, inform any rental companies like Reliance for water heaters, and update the condo corporation if applicable. Therefore, it's a good idea to ask your lawyer if they handle these items. So, when and how do you get your keys? Most commonly, key release happens mid to late afternoon on your closing date. Once closing is official, your lawyer will give you access instructions, usually a lockbox code or alternative pickup instructions. Keep in mind, you don't automatically get keys at 9 a.m. Timing depends on how quickly the banks and lawyers are able to process everything. And if you're watching this and you're curious about what happens on closing date for the seller, I've created a separate video that breaks down their responsibilities and legal process. You can find it in our seller series. And because we're talking about closing day, you might also be wondering about closing costs. Your closing costs will have been paid prior to your closing date, and they include things like land transfer tax, title insurance, and lawyer fees. If you want to learn more about all the closing costs, check out my video in the buyer series titled Homebuyer Costs, a Complete List for a full breakdown. Closing day marks the finish line of your home buying journey. It can feel like a whirlwind, but with the right legal team, a clear plan, and a great realtor by your side, the process can be smooth and stress-free. If you have any questions about buying your first home, reach out. I'd be happy to walk you through the details.